What is going on? Good afternoon. Second semifinal of the day. Carlos Alcaraz, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Yannick Sinner defeated Alex de Minaur very easily earlier today. This one has the potential to be interesting. Felix Auger-Aliassime obviously making a really, really good kind of a career turnaround towards the end of the year. Had a great showing in, let's see, really from about Toronto to now. He's been doing really well. Had a great showing at the U.S. Open. He made the quarters or the semis of the U.S. Open. Semis. He made the semis because he beat de Minaur in the quarters. He made the semis at the U.S. Open. He has been consistent since then. He made the final in Paris and earned himself a spot in the Nitto ATP Finals, which is one of the most prestigious tournaments, of course. Only the top 8 players in the world get to play here. Right now, we are waiting for a coin toss. FAA is going to call the toss. And FAA wins, and he chooses to receive. So we're going to see Carlos serve first. So, need a little more light in here. No matter what, FAA is going to finish the year at number 5. No matter if he wins or loses this match, he is going to end the year at number 5. Which, if you told FAA in March, that he was going to end the year number 5 in the world, I think that he would absolutely 100% take that. He was at one point around Wimbledon, he was ranked, I think, 28 or 29 in the world. Him and Tsitsipas, both one of the consistent top level players, top 10 players that really fell off. So really exciting to see FAA resurrect his career in the previous months. And I say resurrect, but that may be a little harsh. Resurrect his career. He's only like 24. He's pretty young. We'll see it in just a second. Carlos Alcaraz, of course, yesterday he locked in his finishing at, or the day before maybe, he locked in the fact that he will end the year at number 1. I don't believe that Carlos has won the ATP final. We're hitting a 5-minute warm up at the moment. Okay, so Auger-Aliassime is 25 years old. So he had a career slump. I don't know if I would say he resurrected his career. He got out of his slump. So he will hit a career high. His previous career high was number 6 in the world. Now he will be in the top 5. pushing out Ben Shelton, who reached number 5 in the world. So that's cool. I did not know that Auger-Aliassime got married between the U.S. Open and Shanghai. So warming up their serve. We will be ready to play in about 2 minutes. If this is your first time here checking out the channel, thank you very much. My name is Cody, Texas tennis guy. Let's enjoy some tennis here. Prediction for the match. Let's see. Let's see if I can nail a prediction here. Man, I'd have to be crazy not to take Carlos. Like, really would have to be crazy not to think he's going to win. I think he will. I think we could see some close. I think we could see some good points. I think we could see Carlos have to raise his level. You know, there's not a whole lot of players on tour that can actually stretch Carlos and make Carlos produce good tennis. That's why Carlos sometimes in his matches you'll see him just kind of go away and then he'll lose. You know, he'll win the first set pretty handily, and then all of a sudden, you know, he may have a slump and he gets down. Honestly, I think sometimes it's simply because he stops playing his best, and because sometimes he doesn't need to, and then he kind of has to go back and do that. But I think that Auger-Aliassime, the way that he has been playing, he may demand more of Carlos than we are used to seeing out of him from players who are not named Jannik Sinner. So, but here we are to serve. Carlos serving first. I'll get these stats up in just a second. And Carlos serves a fault. Serve to the backhand of Auger. Winner. That's what I mean right there. Auger-Aliassime has absolutely nothing to lose in this match, much like de Minaur in the previous match. But Auger-Aliassime has much more firepower than de Minaur. So I would expect for FAA to really swing for the fences. That's a winner from Carlos. I would expect for FAA to just leave it all out there on the court. And we're either going to see high error numbers or high winner numbers. And that's probably going to be the determining factor. If his range is there and he's killing it, he may have a really great day. If he's not, I would expect him to stick to that game plan. I don't think he would just start getting defensive. But you know, we'll have to watch. Backhand from Carlos to the backhand of Felix. Backhand from Carlos again to the backhand of Felix. Forehand from Carlos to the forehand of Auger goes long. 30-15. That's really my prediction. I think that FAA is going to go for broke on a lot of points. No reason not. He's not supposed to win. That's an ace from Carlos. Serve. The forehand of Auger-Aliassime. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand from Auger-Aliassime on the run. Defensive slice backhand from Carlos goes in the net. Apparently doesn't like the way his shoes are tied. They get another stat sheet up here. I don't like this. Oh, no. That's not what I was trying to do. Carlos serves. It is a fault. Serve. The backhand of Auger-Aliassime goes long. Carlos gets the hold. And let's see what happens. All right, I don't like this stat. I like this one. All right, here we go. All right, FAA, the serve. He does have a dangerous serve. Let's see what he can do. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. The backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos down the line. Oh, that's a nice passing shot. FAA tried to come into the net and doesn't work. Hey, if this is your first time here checking out the stream, thank you very much for coming by. Appreciate you very much. FAA serves. Backhand. Carlos. Forehand. FAA. Carlos on the run. FAA. Defensive shot. Oh my God. Okay, we may be having a Carlos show today. We might be having the Carlos Alcaraz show today. Because two of those shots could have been winners in that short rally. Okay. Okay. That return was okay. Break points, Carlos. Break points. Serve. Fault. Second serve. The backhand of Carlos hits the tape, goes over. Forehand from Carlos. Another forehand from Carlos. That goes out. 2 more break points. Okay, Carlos is ripping the ball right now. He kind of looks like me playing pickleball, you know? Just nice. Serve. Forehand from Carlos. Forehand from Auger. All right, that's a nice shot. 1 more break point. Serve. That's a nice serve. All right, FAA spins off all of those break points. A fault. Backhand from FAA. The backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Again, lands on the back of the line. Forehand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Backhand from FAA to the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA again. Drop shot from Carlos. FAA runs. Nope. Carlos hits it in the net. FAA weathering a storm here. This would be a massive hold right here at the beginning because it may cause Carlos to reel in his aggression a little bit. Carlos came out like FAA stole his girlfriend. Sir. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA goes long. Back to deuce. Serve. Forehand to Carlos in the net. Advantage. Auger. Woo! Serve. The forehand of Carlos. Short ball. FAA gets up to it. Volley in the net. Oh, no. FAA had such an easy shot just down the line, but he went cross court. That ended up setting up the volley, and the volley goes in the net. RIP. He could have just hit that thing down the line. Carlos never been there. Fault. Second serve. The backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Forehand defensive shot. Short ball. This time FAA goes up the line. Carlos can't get there in time to hit a good shot. Advantage. Felix. Advantage Felix. Serve. Ace. Good job. Very good hold. Not a good sign that it was so hard to hold, that it was difficult, and it took time. And he served twice as many times as Carlos. But hey, a hold is a hold at some point, right? Got to be happy with what you get. Serve. Ace. Carlos. Serve. To the forehand of Auger. Forehand from Carlos goes long. Nice deep return. That could be important as well for FAA, keeping Carlos off of the baseline from the first shot, meaning we gotta I would like to see FAA. Honestly, I love Carlos. I'll say FAA's got to get these returns deep, because if he leaves one short, Carlos is so damn aggressive that he's just gonna attack. Serve is a fault. Serve to the forehand of FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Again to the forehand of Carlos. Oh. Oh boy. That thing was gnarly. They're going to show us this shit in kilometers per hour, but 169 kilometers per hour. I don't even know how fast that is. Like 10, I'm gonna guess it's like 104. Carlos wins that game. FA hits one in the net. They will serve. All right, I'm gonna look up. All right, who is it? Is it 165? Yeah, it's 102. 102-mile-an-hour forehand. That seems to be like more and more common from Carlos. It's not. It's insane. It's just insane. Just insane. All right. FAA back to Serve. Oh, that forehand was so heavy. Carlos's returns are out of this world right now. Carlos is sometimes known for having a slow start or slumps. His slump can either come at the beginning or it can come in the second set. I guess we'll have to wait for the second set to see if there's a slump. But that right there, FAA is able to get up and turn that shot into a volley, handles it, puts it away. Serve. Forehand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Backhand from FAA goes out. 30. It was such a good return. It was a good serve from FAA. Carlos steps out, takes it, gets it deep. FAA just has to flick it. It goes long. Serve. Fault. Second. Backhand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos again. Carlos going to come in on that. Nope. Didn't need to do anything. All right. 40. We were here last game. Serve from FAA. Is a let. Serve. And Carlos's backhand return goes long. So good protection there with the serve. Serve. Forehand, Carlos. Forehand, FAA. Backhand from Carlos. And from FAA. And backhand to backhand. Who's going to go down the line first? Probably going to be Carlos. Nope. Not there. Forehand from Carlos up the line. Drop shot, Carlos. Lands on the line. And FAA, he gets to the drop shot. Carlos, stretch volley, gets the break. There you have it. Carlos looks good today. He looks very good. Serve. Forehand from FAA in the net. He looks scary good. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Backhand of FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA. That's a good shot. It's probably the best shot that FAA has hit this match. It was aggressive. And right to the backhand corner of Carlos. Now he just needs to hit like 50 more of those. Serve. Multiply that shot right there by 50. Then he's got a shot. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Volley from Carlos. Backhand from FAA is low and good. 30 for FAA. Serve. Put away volley. Serve. Backhand from FAA. Another backhand from FAA. Another volley from Carlos. Dipped in the net. Another volley from Carlos. Does not work out. Serve. Fault. Serve. Forehand from FAA. FAA's got some energy. Oh, no. FAA hits it in the net. You could see in the body language of FAA that he's got some more confidence in this game than he looked a little flat in the previous game. Right now, he seems a little more alert. Serve. The forehand of FAA that goes out. Second serve. Forehand of FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Another forehand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA goes out. Oh, FAA. I think that he was half hoping, half expecting that Felix's or that Carlos's forehand was going to go long, and it didn't, and he just lost focus. Serve. Forehand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA again. Carlos on the stretch. He gets it. FAA. Where'd it go? It goes long. Carlos holds on. FAA made a good push there. And I hope that he does not get disappointed by losing that game, because that was the best game that FAA has played so far. He looked alert, energized. He was hitting aggressive and hitting with some conviction, right? In the first couple games, he was just He was just allowing Carlos to do whatever he wanted. Right there, FAA was at least trying to assert himself, right? That's what FAA is going to need a shit ton of if he wants to be competitive in this match. He is going to have to establish himself early in these rallies and not let Alcaraz just bulldoze him, because he will. If he lets Carlos will gladly hit winner after winner. All right. Well, opportunity for FAA fades away there, but it's okay. Let's see if the urgency that FAA had in that game carries over to the next. Carlos came out of the gates just really, really strong. FAA, what you say? Sir. To the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Volley from FAA. Put away. Nice. I want to see something competitive. That's what I want. Because FAA has it. He's got nothing to lose in this match. Absolutely zero to lose. He can do whatever. Everybody would be like, good job. Good job. Winner. That's an ace. Felix could go all out and lose like 2 and 3. And everybody would be like, yeah. Serve. Forehand from Carlos is good. FAA on a stretch backhand. Carlos covers a ton of court and cannot come up with a shot. He gets to the ball but puts it in the net. Serve. Ooh, Carlos guessed wrong on that. Ace. FAA. Carlos guessed backhand, and FAA went straight up the line. Oh my God. Carlos with a winner up the line. Serve. Drop shot volley from Carlos. 30. Very nice. Very nice. Serve. Forehand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA to the forehand of Carlos. And lob from FAA goes long. No good. Serve. Ace. Woo! Carlos is steamrolling right now. This is abuse. I don't know. Would this be qualified as abuse? Or some sort of violence? Whatever it is, it's a beating. I will be back in just 30 seconds. All right. All right. FAA gets to serve with new tennis balls. Let us see. Come on. What are we going to do? Serve to the forehand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA to the inside out forehand from Carlos. FAA. Oh! "108 kilometers per hour." What it was said, 165 kilometers per hour was one of his forehands earlier, and that was 102. It's probably 108 miles an hour right there. 100. Oh my God, another winner. Don't do it. 180 kilometers per hour. I'm going to say that's like 107. I mean, that's going to be my final guess. No, my God, it's 111 miles per hour. I was just hit a winner at 111 miles per hour. This man is not human. Serve. Backhand, Carlos. Forehand, FAA. Forehand from Carlos again. Forehand from FAA goes wide. Break points, set points. Carlos Alcaraz. 110 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour forehands. Those are Del Potro numbers. Del Potro is like 6'9". Carlos is 6'1". I mean, those forehand numbers are serve from FAA. It is a fault. Second serve. Backhand from Carlos to the forehand of FAA. Backhand from Carlos again to the backhand of FAA. Forehand from Carlos to the forehand of FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand of FAA. Inside out forehand from Carlos. Super wide. FAA in the net. Carlos takes the set. Carlos Alcaraz will begin serving the second set. The numbers that we see from Carlos are just and Sinner. The speed, the accuracy, they're not numbers that we're used to seeing from guys their size. You know, like a guy's 6'1" is not supposed to be smacking 110-mile-an-hour forehands. Like, not consistently, but he can do it when the opportunity arises, he can do it. And those are like Del Potro numbers. Like I said, Del Potro is like 6'9". He's a huge dude. Power is his game. And now we're seeing these numbers from guys way small. Insane. Insane quality. I really thought that we could see a competitive match from Felix just because he's been playing so well lately, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see it. Pick up volley from Carlos. FAA can put that away. Of course, I mean, I have not been paying much attention to the tour, but you know, this is what it is. Forehand from FAA, good. Serve from Carlos. Forehand of FAA goes out. 15-0. Serve. It is a fault. Serve. Forehand from FAA is a shank. Carlos will take that one. Serve. Ace. FAA is just at a loss about what to do with this man. Serve. Forehand. FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA again to the backhand of Carlos. FAA. Bad volley. All right. A r- Carlos is just, there's no stopping him today. FAA had a great year. We'll see you in Australia, buddy. Lob from Carlos was out. We'll see you in Australia in January. And serve. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA in the net. FAA serves. Forehand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA goes out. No good. Serve. Is an ace. Game apiece. Let's take a look at some of these stats. What's going on here? Some errors from FAA, but a lot of winners from Alcaraz and not a lot of errors. Oh, what's going on, Max? How you doing, brother? How you doing? I have had a lot going on in my life. That's what's been happening with me. I moved cities, changed jobs. That's why I have not been streaming at all. Oh, Alcaraz. I missed that point. Or what happened there? It's 15 all. I hope that you have been good also, Max. Serve. Backhand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos. Winner. Appreciate it, Max. How have you been? 40-15. Serve. Forehead from FAA. Forehead from Alcaraz up the line. Too easy. Too easy. He's just hitting everything in. Alcaraz is hitting everything in, and he's hitting everything with pace. How was volunteering at the ITF tournament in Vegas? I know you volunteered at an ITF tournament, which was pretty cool. Was it an ITF tournament or was it a? Yeah, it was an ITF tournament. Nice. Volunteering at the tennis tournament went wonderful. It was great seeing live tennis. Oh, I'm sure. With good players. Yeah, it's exciting. Great sport. Serve. FAA. Forehand. Carlos. Backhand from Carlos goes wide. Serve is an ace. Serve is a fault. Take a serve. Backhand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos on the stretch. Forehead from FAA. Good. Serve. Oh, no. Very manageable shot for FAA and ends up in the net. But it's okay. He's got plenty of opportunity right here. 2 game points, anyways. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Hits the tape and goes wide. All right, one more opportunity. Oh, that's a bummer. Inside out forehand for FAA, hits the tape and goes wide. Serve from FAA. The backhand of Carlos, but it's a fault. Double fault. That hurts. That hurts. That is not good right there. That's painful. The last thing that FAA needed. Serve. Forehead from FAA. Winner. Advantage. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Forehand from Carlos to the backhand of FAA. Another forehand from Carlos to the backhand of FAA. Carlos on the run. Forehand from FAA on the stretch ends up going wide. Just too small of a window. Too small of a window for FAA to be able to get that ball in. Serve. Fault. Second serve. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand of FAA. Forehand from FAA. Volley. Good. Advantage. Felix. It's nice that Fonseca and Teen won a singles title a while ago. Yeah, I did see that Lerner Teen won a title in China. In China. Don't remember which one it was. Was it a 500 or a 250? I have to look it up. Sir, fault. Yeah, Lerner Teen is actually ahead of Alex Mickelson. Lerner Teen's like 20. He's like ranked 20 in the world. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Backhand from Carlos. Goes out. Felix holds on. Fonseca, it probably won't be long until we are mentioning his name a lot more. Let's see. Where is Lerner Teen? What is his rank? Yeah, I think he's like ranked 20. No, Tommy Paul is ranked 20. Lerner Teen's ranked 28. Mickelson dropped down. He's ranked 38. Nakashima, 33. TFO. Man, TFO's fell off. He's got to be injured or something. Something's got to be going on with him. I don't know any. I don't know any of the gossip and things that are going on in tennis right now too well. Handshake. Where is Fonseca? Fonseca is 24. Shapovalov coming back a little bit. All right. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand from FAA. Should be 30 all. And the shot from Carlos goes long. Throwing my phone around. Shot from Carlos goes long. Oh, backhand from FAA. The forehand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA on the stretch. Carlos gets up, hits a winner. Carlos hits backhand long. Did I watch the Shanghai Masters match of the two cousins playing in the final? No. This is the first. This is the first tennis that I've watched in like 3 months. I have not been watching any tennis. The last tennis that I watched was Laver. What is that? Like 2 months ago? I watched like 2 matches. Backhand from Auger. Another backhand from Auger goes out. Good night. All right, that was 40 all. I'm going to focus. We're going to get the score right. Serve. Backhand from FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Flicked up the line. That's a winner. All right. I did see that a qualifier won Shanghai, though. That's really cool. Didn't he beat Djokovic to get there? Or did Djokovic have to retire or something like that? Carlos is crushing this. I will be right back. All right, Auger, 15. Second serve, backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Auger to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Auger to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand from Auger. Again to the backhand of Carlos. Carlos again to the backhand of FAA. Backhand from Carlos in the net. The qualifier did beat Djokovic. Yeah, but did he like straight up beat Djokovic, or did Djokovic have to retire? I don't remember that. And then I wonder if there'll be more new players winning a Masters 1000. Yeah, I mean, sometimes a random player comes out of nowhere and does win a Masters 1000. You know, what is it? Fabio Fognini randomly came out of nowhere in like 2023 or 22 and won Monte Carlo, you know, in like the last years of his career. Just randomly, okay, all right. Well, I guess Fognini gets to win Masters 1000s now. You know, every now and then you get that random one that's just like, wait, where did that come from? Like Draper. Draper, right? He won didn't Draper win Indian Wells? I don't think Draper's gonna be like too significant on tour. Maybe Draper's not the best example, but I don't think Draper's gonna be too significant on tour. He could be one of those guys that drops off too fast, ends up like coming in and then out, in and then out of the top 10. Kind of like Musetti. He did defeat Djokovic in straight sets. Nice. Serve from FAA. The forehand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand for Carlos goes wide. FAA gets a hold. Where is Medvedev? Right. Where is Medvedev ranked right now? Up. Oh, he's ranked 13. All right. When are the Russians going to get their flags back? I feel like the Russians deserve to have their flags. Been a long time. It's not like I'm not going to stay. Give them their flag. Come on. Hurricanes. I don't know what's going on there. Hurkacz has just had injury after injury. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Fifteen all. Serve. Forehand from FAA. Forehand from FAA goes long. Serve. The forehand of FAA. Forehand from FAA to the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA to the backhand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA. And from FAA again to the forehand of Carlos. Carlos in the net. Mensick keeps getting injured as well. I don't know too much about what's going on with Mensick or really anybody. Serve. Backhand of FAA. Backhand from Carlos. Winner. So many winners. 21 winners, 8 errors. A few more errors at the moment. Serve. Slice. Return from. Yep. No good on the return. FAA. The serve again. Boom. First set, Carlos was a human highlight reel. Second set, he's just, I don't know, just kind of waiting. Maybe I lost focus. I think that's probably. I lost focus. Mm, mm, mm. Nitto ATP Finals looking like we are going to have a Carlos Alcaraz Yannick Sinner match tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning. Maybe I don't know. They haven't released the time for the match yet. Sometime after this match, they will release it. But looks like that is where we are headed. Unless Felix Auger-Aliassime can produce nearly perfect tennis. Let's see what happens. Sir. Forehand from Carlos goes wide. We do have Davis Cup. There is Davis Cup up next. I haven't done any research on what's going on at the Davis Cup, but potentially could squeeze in some matches from Davis Cup as well. Serve. Backhand return to the net. Serve. There's you wonder if there will be any random winners for the WTA. There's the WTA is where it's always competitive. I don't want to say random. It's just there's always a winner out of nowhere that just makes it happen. Like Mboko in Montreal, right? Mboko in Montreal, like what? She got knocked out in the first or second round of the U.S. Open. No, I'm not saying like there's a problem with it. It's exciting, There's always a wild card in there. WTA. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand of Felix. The WTA is just far less predictable than the ATP. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Volley from FAA. Lob from Carlos to the backhand shoulder of FAA, who hits a winner, makes it happen. Carlos Alcaraz to serve. I feel like Carlos Alcaraz is just done that thing where he takes his foot off the gas just a little bit. Now he's going to have to, not in trouble at all, but it's like one of those things where he could have been done with this match. Serve from Carlos is good. And another good serve from Carlos. Another good serve from Carlos. Forehand from FA goes out. This is almost serve. Let. Oh. If Carlos had hit an ace there, he would have closed out this game in right at a minute. And now it's going to be like a minute and 15. Forehand from FAA to the forehand of Carlos. Backhand from FAA to the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA again. Forehand from Carlos on the run. Winner. All right. Was about that game was about a minute and 30 seconds. The quick old 90-second game. No big deal. It's nice that Demon R. Yeah, Demon R definitely earned his spot in this tournament. I guess didn't he squeak in because, or did FAA squeak in because of Djokovic's injury? Who barely got in? I think it must be FAA. The FAA got in because of the injury. Yeah. Or no, Musetti. No, Musetti got in because of the injury that Djokovic has. So good for Musetti, right? Just making it in. But Diminar has been one of the most consistent players on tour this year. So 100% deserves it. All right, FAA. serving to stay in the match. See what Carlos has to say about it. Serve. Let. Second serve. Forehand from Carlos. Backhand of FAA. Backhand from FAA. Shank out. Shank wide. Serve. Backhand from Carlos. Forehand of FAA. Forehand from FAA goes long. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. The first shot, FAA shanked backhand. This one, FAA hits a forehand long. And this did not shape up to be the match that I thought it was going to be. But it's not over. Let's see. FAA, serve. Nice serve. Carlos can't return it. Serve. Fault. Second serve. Backhand from Carlos with forehand of FAA. Forehand from FAA goes long. Carlos with match points. 2 match points. Alcaraz. Ooh, brother. Let's see what happens. Felix serves, and he gets it. Still break point. A match point. Serve. Forehand of Carlos. Forehand from FAA. Carlos Alcaraz. Yannick Sinner. Gonna meet tomorrow at the finals. That was just a slaughter in the first set. First set, just FAA had absolutely zero answers, nothing that he could do except for just sit back and watch. Second set, Carlos definitely did not look as good, but he's still good enough. Gonna be another Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz final. What other way should we end the year with the singles matches? With the singles guys play at each other, other than Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner. 3/4 of the year has just been Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner. They played each other. Actually, before the French, they played each other in Madrid or Rome, and then the French, then and then let's go through it. Then the French, and then Wimbledon, then Cincinnati, but he was sick. Yannick was sick. Then Cincinnati, then the U.S. Open. Now here, crazy, so freaking good is Carlos Alcaraz. If Carlos Alcaraz plays the way that he did that first set tomorrow against Sinner, which he can, Alcaraz is going to win his first ATP final. That's what he's shooting for. No matter what happens for Auger-Aliassime, though, he has had an incredible season. He is ranked number 5 in the world, no matter what. Carlos Alcaraz, ranked number 1 in the world in the season, no matter what. Tomorrow is for the title. Wonder if the time is posted now. Hey, you're welcome, Max. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Come on back tomorrow. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see. What do we have? No time up yet. Man, why don't they just release the times? I just want to know what time it's going to be. Like, why is it a secret? Why is it a secret? Why are they like, I'm not going to tell you the time. We're going to play, but I'm not going to tell you when. You got to continue Googling it. Whatever, mate. Whatever. Wow. All right. First set, insane from Carlos. We'll see what he has for us tomorrow. Oh, 6 p.m. There we go. There's the timing of the match. 6 p.m. local time tomorrow. What the hell does that mean? So 6 p.m. in Perin? Six p.m. in Perin. Well, I'll look it up. I'll look it up after this. Hey, thank you for being here, checking out the channel. My name is Cody, Texas Tennis Guy. Come on back tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna figure it out right now. I'm gonna figure it out while I'm here on stream. All right. Do, 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 do. All right, so it is in Turin. All right, so 6 p.m. All right, so it looks like it's at noon tomorrow. No, it's 11 a.m. tomorrow for us. There you go. There you have it. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner. Be here. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.